Tuesday, and as you saw in the title, this is for the home canner or somebody who may be interested in taking up home canning. And I just thought, you know, some of these things I learned as I went along. And when I first started, this is tip number 1. When I first started, I would study the recipe and the book and the instructions over and over again, and I would go through my little checklist. Well, then I made myself a checklist, piece of paper checklist, and I kept it right inside my favorite canning book. And so that way I knew what I needed. I knew I was going to need a jar lifter, a funnel, a magnetic wand, a debubbler, my lids and rings. I knew I was going to need all those things, and but sometimes you'll forget to put them out, and then you're busy trying to do everything, and you may forget to debubble because it's not out there. So I have a basket dedicated to my canning stuff. I've got a pen in here, my labels. These are dissolvable labels, and they're fantastic. I'll leave a link in the description box for these because they're my favorite thing. I've got my jar lifter, my lids and rings, and I have, this is another magnetic wand, but I have the rings all stacked up on top of it so they kind of stay out of the way. I also have some Tadler lids and bands down here as well. So one of the biggest things I think is when you pour a box of canning jar lids in here, or you just, you know, you dump out a dozen lids or however many. Let's say you have 8 jars you're going to be canning, and when you have hot water in here, you use your magnetic wand. Sometimes, because of the water, 2 can stick together. And then you put them on, not knowing, put your band on. You won't get a good seal because your band's not going to be on correctly. It can really mess up your deal. Plus, you'll go, well, I put 8 lids in there. Where are they? You've got to go back through. If it comes to mind, you're going to have to go back through and take all them off. So what I do is the first one goes in metal side up, or either way, but metal side up first. The next one's going to go upside down, and go alternate them just like that. That way I always get 1 lid, and I never have to worry about 2 lids coming out at once. So I hope that this helped you with some of your home canning. Make sure you've got your reference books. Don't ever take up home canning without having some kind of reference guide. I've got about 7 canning books, and I always revisit them often, especially if it's a new recipe. So that being said, if you're interested in canning, I highly recommend it, but I also put a warning label on it because it is a little bit addicting. And so anyway, I hope you enjoyed this week's Kitchen Tip Tuesday. Go down in the About section below, check out the links that I've left for you. Now I've left that, I'll leave the link to these labels, and maybe even a starter kit for canning and a ball canning book. I'll also leave a link to my All-American pressure canner. It's absolutely the best purchase I've ever made as far as canning goes. And I've been doing this for way more years than I care to mention. And also, I've got my Facebook page. I've even got my mailing address if you ever want to drop me a line or ask me a question. And I've got my Zaycon Foods link where you can go down and sign up for free, and they'll send you a notice of an event in your area. And I've got an order of Zaycon Foods boneless, skinless chicken breast coming up. So look forward to that video because I'll be canning up a bunch of it. All right, guys. I can't wait to see you next time. Oh, you know what? I'll see you tomorrow for What You Think